If you're thinking about leaving your 9 to 5 to start a business, there are 5 stages between where you are now and quitting successfully. But if you get stuck on just one of them, you could be wasting years without realizing it. I spent almost a decade working as a tax lawyer for ultra-wealthy entrepreneurs while building my own business on the side. And what finally made me quit to go full-time wasn't a number in my bank account. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the 5 stages of quitting your job, how to figure out which one you're in, and what actually moves people from thinking about quitting to actually doing it. The first stage is the money trap. And this starts long before you admit to not wanting to stay in your job. You're fresh out of university, you have studied hard and lived frugally for years. And for the first time in your life, you have more adult money than adult expenses. Work feels exciting, and the growing paycheck goes towards treating yourself on the weekends to make up for your hard work. But before you know it, your expenses start accumulating faster, and your paycheck has a hard time keeping up. Your boss keeps wanting more from you, and it slowly sinks in that there is no such thing as enough. Your whole life is centered around work, and you start questioning what you're actually getting out of all this effort. You look more closely at the people ahead of you and realize that they are always stressed. Half the time, they are making excuses at work to take care of their kids, and the other half, they are making excuses to their kids about why they are always working. They don't keep coming back to work because they want to. They keep coming back for the paycheck. And before you know it, this will be you unless you do something about it. So you start looking for solutions. And what you find helps just enough to feel like you're on track. This is when you pick up your first personal finance book, follow money accounts online, track your expenses, and start investing in index funds. You see that things like investing and passive income actually works, but none of it is doing enough to actually change your life. And if my job hadn't been about helping the wealthiest people in my country structure their lives and businesses tax efficiently, I would never have discovered that they were playing a completely different game. What I saw is that most of us are living in a middle-class trap. We spend so much time trying to solve our time versus money problem inside the system we're in, but we never stop to ask if that system is even capable of giving us what we want. So if you're feeling the gap between what you're putting in and what you're getting out, it is not an illusion. And being more efficient won't fix it. And once you've admitted to yourself that you don't want to spend the rest of your life trading your limited time for just enough money and be tied to the same place every day, you have made it to stage 2. Stage 2 is the side hustle stage. By now, you have realized that you're sitting in the wrong boat, and that it doesn't matter how fast you row. For anything to change, you need to switch out your boat, meaning your method of making money. So you start your first side hustle. And what this looks like depends on the idea, but what I have seen a lot is people who create an Instagram page around a theme, make 6 posts and abandon it within 2 weeks, which is way before anything has any chance of becoming something real. People can spend years doing that, jumping between various ideas without getting anywhere. To get further in this stage, you need to find something you can stick with. And it doesn't have to be Instagram, but if you do that, you may actually find success, whether that is growing an audience, selling something, or both. But what happens on the inside is bigger. You're building new habits, learning how to make money without an employer, and you're exposing yourself to new people and circumstances. Your reference group isn't just your family, colleagues, and friends anymore, and your idea of what life can look like starts to expand. The question of if or when your side hustle will replace your paycheck is something you ask yourself weekly. Some days it feels close, and some days it feels like a pipe dream. The only way to find out is to scale it. But the problem with side hustles is that they usually need more time, money, or both to grow. And if this is where you are right now, trying to build a business during evenings and weekends, but feel like you're not getting closer to your goals, reach out to me and we will go through your situation together. That way, we can figure out what changes you can make to get closer to quitting your job successfully. You'll find the link in the description. But the transition between stage 1, 2, and 3 is never clean. You can be in the money trap, optimizing your job and living frugally while building your side hustle too, all at the same time, for years. What finally moves you to stage 3 isn't a number in your bank account, it's a choice. Stage 3 is the closing window. And this is when you feel like you're doing everything, but you have no idea whether any of it will be worth it. But regardless of how you feel about this uncertainty, the clock is ticking. This is my way of explaining the relationship between how challenging it is to leave your job in your 20s up until your 40s, which is the orange line. The green line shows how ready you feel as you make more money, get more skills, and more confidence. When you're trying to figure out the best time to quit, you keep waiting for these two lines to meet at the perfect moment. But even if you set a date, you keep finding reasons to stay longer. You'll wait out the promotion, the bonus, or something else. But what you're not realizing is that these two lines will never meet. Yet, most people spend their entire lives waiting for them to meet. And the interesting thing is that we don't realize that we have a time advantage before we have lost it. For instance, look at the 20-year-olds. There is no better time to start a business because you have so much room to try and fail and barely any expenses. The problem is that they don't think they have enough skills and they think they have all the time in the world. But as you age, the window quietly closes. But you also get experience and learn more about what you want and don't want out of your single chance at life. But most of us are already in our mid-20s when we start thinking actively about this and start exploring other ways of making money. What suddenly happens around your 30s is that life forces you to make a choice about your next chapter. Your friends will start having kids, and people will start asking you about this too. And even if kids aren't part of your plan, life still gets more complicated as you age. You take on bigger expenses. You get senior enough that leaving feels like throwing away everything you built. Every promotion comes with more expectations, and keeping both your job and side hustle gets harder. And you start wondering whether you will hit the numbers you want or burn out first. You find yourself choosing between life as you know it, building a family, or building a business, and realize that you can't be halfway in to all three. You need to commit to your next chapter, and quitting your job to start a business may sound scary, but it's far less scary now that you don't have a big mortgage or kids to take care of. So you can't wait until you feel ready, or until there is a certain number in your bank account. What actually gets in the way isn't the money, it's the conflict between what you want for your business and what you want for your life. And once you realize that staying where you are is a bigger problem than the uncertainty of going all in, it is time to hand in your notice. Stage 4 is the exit, and this forces you to face who you are without your job title. Once you're out of your 9 to 5, you get a second chance at building the person you want to be. The last time you got that was when you were a teenager, and this opportunity will feel scary and exciting at the same time. You will have a lot more energy than you're used to, and now that you're not giving your best hours to your job, things start to change much faster. You research what the people closer to your goals are doing. You have more mental space to take it all in, try and experiment. Within the first week of quitting my job, I picked up something I used to be very interested in before I started juggling my job and my first business, which was personal development. Combine that with entrepreneurship and money, and you'll see that this channel sits in between all three. Oftentimes, things don't go the way you think though. You may feel excited, but you're also confused and scared. You start missing parts of your old job, especially the steady paycheck. And you start questioning your side hustle more, because the more you learn, the more flaws you see. Something you built with leftover time may not feel aligned once it's your main thing. And now that you own your time, you realize that you can do so much better. But the question of how you do this can feel overwhelming. So if you're struggling with turning your side hustle into the business you want, I'm happy to connect and help you with this transition. You'll find the link in the description below. In my case, the limits of my side hustle became clear within the first few months of going full-time. The numbers were going up, but what I enjoyed at 20% became something I dreaded at 100%. My first business was centered around content creation in a different niche. But it wasn't the shooting or editing that wore me down. It was having to constantly be out and about to capture the content in the first place. And that kind of surprise, realizing that the thing you spent years building isn't the thing you want anymore, is something that almost everyone hits in one shape or another. And how you deal with that is where the road splits. Because far from everyone who leaves a 9-to-5 stay out. For some, taking the side hustle full-time goes smoothly. But sometimes the business just isn't good enough or doesn't suit you, and you don't want to start over. Some people run out of runway or realize that they felt more freedom in their 9-to-5. There are real advantages to a steady paycheck and a more predictable life. But if you manage to stay out, you reach the final stage. Stage 5 is the rebuild. And this is where you realize that what's gotten you this far will not take you any further. Your ideas, beliefs, and behavior patterns are behind every decision in your business. And when things aren't working, it's usually because you're still thinking and behaving like an employee instead of business owner. You make decisions that feel safe and responsible, when what you actually need is to stop believing that looking busy and working more hours gets you a better result, and start making decisions that serve you over the next 10 years, not the next month. What surprised me the most about this stage is how blind I was to all of it when I was in my 9-to-5 and side hustle loop. I thought I was well prepared, but I had no idea what leaving my corporate identity behind would mean, or how it would affect everything downstream. I was so busy juggling what's essentially 2 jobs that I couldn't see that the business I built in my free time wasn't a business I could stick with. But even if I had to start over, I don't see any of that time as wasted. Building my first business on evenings and weekends is what gave me the skills and insights to make the next one possible. Leaving your job for a business isn't a one-time choice. It's something you keep choosing every day by making it your top priority. And a big part of that is surrounding yourself with people doing the same thing and cutting out the noise from people, habits, and distractions that are holding you back. And this includes the tired and fear-mongering version of yourself, too. Over time, you realize that running a business you actually like is not about hitting a number. It's about building a day-to-day life you actually enjoy, which increases your capacity to provide value to others. But the trap most ambitious people fall into is rebuilding the exact rat race they spent years working their way out of. And because of that, I have created a playlist where I go deeper into each stage of quitting your job to start a business, which you will find here to help you focus on what serves you and the business you want and avoid rebuilding your 9-to-5 in the process. See you there.